It's amazing how many so-called facts about motorcycles sound convincing, but just aren't true, and a handful of them can get you into real trouble. Today, we're exposing 15 common myths that can make your ride more dangerous than it needs to be. You might have heard these from friends at a rally, read them in an old magazine, or even picked them up at the local shop. But trust me, it's time to set the record straight. So get comfortable and let's dig into what's real and what's not about the bikes we know and love. 15. Bigger engine equals faster bike. Plenty of folks believe that a large displacement engine automatically equals a rocket on wheels. While engine size matters, horsepower and torque curves, gearing, weight distribution, and aerodynamics carry just as much weight. For example, the venerable Harley-Davidson Road Glide houses a hefty V-twin but prioritizes touring comfort over blistering speed. Meanwhile, lighter bikes with smaller engines, think a modestly sized KTM RC390, can zip around twisties like you wouldn't believe, thanks to their power-to-weight ratio. According to many track day enthusiasts, it's not just raw cubic inches, but how the entire machine works together. Don't let engine size be the only factor guiding your decisions, or you might be missing out on the perfect ride for your style. 14. Cruisers are only for old riders. From the classic Indian Chief to modern bikes like the Yamaha Bolt, cruisers aren't just for silver-haired road warriors. While it's true that many older riders enjoy the relaxed ergonomics and timeless style, younger enthusiasts have embraced them too. Just look at the growing popularity of bobbers among custom builders. The cruiser segment remains a proud piece of motorcycle heritage, with Indian and Harley-Davidson playing massive roles in shaping American culture starting back in the early 1900s. These brands helped define the very idea of the open road. Jokes aside, cruisers can be both stylish and youthful, proving they're not limited to one generation of riders. Before we move on to the next one, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you like this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. Imagine what we could accomplish if everyone subscribed. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, is it done? Great! Thank you so much. 13. Front brake alone is enough. Some folks insist the rear brake is useless, claiming the front is all you need. The reality is that using both brakes in unison provides the shortest stopping distance. According to the Motorcycle Safety Foundation, proper brake distribution can significantly improve stability, especially in emergency stops. Sure, front brake dominates the total stopping power, but your rear brake adds critical balance. It helps minimize sudden front-end dive and can keep the rear from fishtailing. Even Grand Touring bikes like the Honda Goldwing rely on linked braking systems for smoother deceleration. Don't neglect that rear pedal. Combined braking can save you from nasty surprises. 12. ABS is for newbies only. Some skeptics think an anti-lock braking system is just training wheels for novices. But even seasoned pros benefit from ABS, particularly on wet or gravelly roads where traction is unpredictable. Modern ABS systems, pioneered in motorcycling circles by brands like BMW in the late 1980s, help prevent wheel lockup and skids, allowing riders to maintain steering control during emergency braking. Data from highway safety organizations show ABS-equipped motorcycles experience fewer severe crashes. Legendary sports models like the Ducati Panigale feature advanced ABS systems that can be fine-tuned on the track, proving this tech isn't just for rookies. It's a game changer for everyone. 11. Harley-Davidson is all about noise. It's no secret Harley-Davidson bikes have a distinctive growl. That potato-potato rhythm stems from their iconic V-twin configuration dating back to the early 1900s. But there's more to Harley than just noise. Their product range has included touring models with comfortable suspension setups, advanced infotainment systems, and refined engine designs, like the Milwaukee 8, to balance performance with reliability. Yes, you can equip pipes that shake the neighbor's windows, but you can also ride a peaceful stock Harley with well-mannered sound output. In fact, thousands of devoted Harley riders appreciate the brand for its heritage and engineering, not just for the roar at a red light. 10. You don't need protective gear if you're safe. Plenty of folks claim they're so careful they don't need riding gear, but accidents can happen even to the most alert riders, sometimes due to other drivers' mistakes. Protective equipment like reinforced jackets, gloves, boots, and helmets are your last line of defense. Historical icons such as Steve McQueen, known for his love of Triumph motorcycles, regularly wore gear because they understood the risks. Even if you're touring leisurely on a BMW R1250 RT, an unexpected patch of gravel or a careless driver can ruin your day. Helmets alone, according to the NHTSA, reduce the risk of head injury dramatically. Gear up, ride safe, and never assume you're immune to mishaps. 9. Old motorcycles are cheaper to insure. There's a persistent myth that age alone brings down your insurance bill. In truth, insurers look at many factors, including engine size, parts availability, crash statistics, and theft rates. A mint-condition 1970s Honda CB750, often hailed as the original superbike, might actually be more expensive to insure if parts are scarce or thieves prize it for its vintage value. On the flip side, some modern machines come with advanced safety features like traction control and ABS, leading to favorable rates. Always check the real numbers before assuming an old classic will automatically save you money, and be sure to consider additional coverage if you've got a precious collector's item. 8. Lay it down to avoid a crash. You've likely heard someone brag that they had to lay the bike down to dodge an accident, but intentionally dropping your motorcycle means surrendering critical maneuverability. Advanced riding techniques from professional schools like the California Superbike School stress evasive tactics such as swerving, braking, or accelerating out of danger rather than sacrificing control. Once your bike is on its side, you're at the mercy of momentum and friction. Modern brake systems, better tires, and improved chassis designs give you tools to avoid collisions without intentionally hitting the pavement. Laying it down is far riskier than learning proper emergency maneuvers. 7. Heavier bikes resist crosswinds better. It sounds logical. Heavier bikes should stand up to strong gusts more effectively, but wind stability also depends on aerodynamics, rider position, and wheelbase. Classic touring machines like the Honda Goldwing or BMW K1600 feature designs that channel airflow around the bike and rider for improved stability, even though they're admittedly on the heavier side. Yet a mid-weight sport touring bike with fairing adjustments might do better in the wind than a bulkier cruiser with minimal bodywork. Instead of chasing extra pounds, look for stable chassis geometry and aerodynamic profiles. Understanding how to lean into the breeze can also help you stay on course. 6. Higher octane fuel always means more power. Many riders believe that premium gas automatically pumps up horsepower. In reality, high octane fuel prevents knocking in high compression engines. If your motorcycle's user manual, like those for a Yamaha MT-07 or Suzuki SV650, recommends regular unleaded, using premium won't magically boost performance. You're essentially paying extra for no tangible benefit. Octane ratings measure a fuel's resistance to pre-ignition, not its potential horsepower. Models with very high compression ratios, common in performance engines such as certain Ducatis or high-end race replicas, do require premium, but the rest of us won't see any gain. Follow the manufacturer's guidelines for optimal results. 5. You can't tour on a sport bike, and you can't commute on a big cruiser. Some folks think that a full-dress touring machine like the Harley-Davidson Electra Glide is the only way to cross the country. Others insist daily commuting is the domain of nimble, smaller bikes alone. Truth is, riders have circumnavigated entire continents on everything, from a 250cc dual sport to a liter-class super sport. Modern accessories like soft luggage, aftermarket seats, or taller windshields can transform almost any motorcycle into a capable tourer. Conversely, if your commute is mostly straight highways, a heavier cruiser might be perfectly comfortable. It's about comfort, personal preference, and your willingness to adapt your ride to the road ahead, not some label. 4. Motorcycle maintenance is always easy. While changing your oil or swapping spark plugs on older bikes, like that 1970s Triumph Bonneville you might have had in your youth, could be straightforward, modern motorcycles can be quite sophisticated. Fuel injection systems, electronic ignition modules, and sensor for traction control or ABS require specialized knowledge and sometimes pricey tools. Even older bikes can pose challenges if parts are rare or systems are quirky. Looking at you, vintage Norton owners. Basic tasks like chain adjustments remain simple though, but don't assume you can do every job in your garage just because it's only a motorcycle. When in doubt, consult a pro. 3. Engine braking harms your bike. Some riders worry that using engine braking, downshifting to slow the bike, causes unnecessary wear. In reality, engine braking is a standard technique taught in advanced rider courses. When done smoothly, it can reduce brake pad wear and help maintain stability in corners. Many professional racers, from MotoGP to World Superbike, rely on engine braking for precise control. Manufacturers design clutches, transmissions, and engine components to handle this load, particularly on sport and sport touring bikes like the Kawasaki Ninja lineup. Just match your revs properly and use both your brakes and your engine for efficient, controlled deceleration. 2. Harleys are unreliable dinosaurs. Some critics still insist Harley-Davidsons are behind the times. However, modern Harleys incorporate robust electronics, refined engines, and advanced features like liquid cooling in certain models. According to owner satisfaction surveys, many riders put tens of thousands of miles on Harley touring bikes with few major issues. The brand has a storied history stretching back to 1903, surviving economic downturns and global conflicts. Their ability to evolve while retaining classic style is precisely what keeps them going. Harley's Project Rushmore improvements, introduced in 2013, brought updated infotainment systems, better aerodynamics, and enhanced braking. Just like any bike, they require proper care, but they're far from dinosaurs. 1. You can't grow into gear or tame a motorcycle by being gentle. Some folks buy gear that's too big or too small, assuming they'll grow into it. Ill-fitting helmets and jackets won't protect you properly in a crash. Another variation of this myth is folks starting on a high-powered bike and believing they can just baby the throttle. In truth, if a motorcycle is too powerful for your skill level, it's always going to be risky. Bikes need to match both rider size and ability. Learning to ride safely involves a machine that suits your current experience. Get gear that fits right from day one, and choose a bike you can handle confidently. Thanks for sticking around to debunk these dangerous myths. Ride smart by keeping your mind open to real expertise and proven information, rather than tall tales. Your bike, your gear, and your skills all work together, so make sure you're not sabotaging your own safety with outdated beliefs. Jokes aside, I hope you found this video helpful. If you enjoyed our breakdown and want more honest, fact-based motorcycle insights, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join our growing community. Until next time, stay safe on the road and keep riding.